Welcome to FBB Forum. If you like this content, please be sure to like and subscribe. I'm very pleased to welcome the stunning IFBB pro bodybuilder, Tana Huie. Tana has her most recent bodybuilding contest was the Vancouver Island, which was just last week, and she placed in the top 5. And she earned her pro card in 2013 at Halifax, where she got kind of double pro card in masters bodybuilding and open bodybuilding. Welcome, Tana. Thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, thank you, David. Thank you.
And I wanted to start, you're welcome, start with how you got started in bodybuilding. And I was wondering if you had an athletic or sports background when you started.
No, I was never didn't have a sport or athletic background. I actually didn't like sport, especially in high school. I was the girl that would sit in the corner while everybody else would be on the field doing soccer or playing netball, what we call in Jamaica, or track and field. So I wasn't very sporty in high school.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, this actually started from a weight loss journey
Oh, wow.
in the sense that my grandmother was a very big woman. I mean, she's like 6'1" and she weighed over 300 pounds. And people would tell me, you're
Wow.
going to be like your grandmother, which I actually defy. So it started off with a weight loss journey, attending classes, trying to trim the size of my legs because I had these tree trunks.
Yeah.
And, back in the early 70s, 80s, we would see all these skinny women on the fitness magazine. So
Yeah.
being done all those type of diets, just trying to slim the size of my legs, which unfortunately didn't work out for me. So I ended up walking into the weights room and met a few guy friends who decided, what, let me start working out with them and see what happened. That's when I realized I was able to lift the same amount of weight they were able to lift, and I just fell in love with weights, lifting weights from then.
Really? Wow, that's terrific.
Yeah.
How old were you then when you started?
I was around 22 then.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I've been in the gym for almost 29 years.
Really? Wow, that's
Yes,
incredible.
yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
Wow.
so that's where it started from, just hanging with the boys in the gym.
That's terrific. That's so cool. Yeah. It obviously paid off. You're looking terrific. So you look
Yes,
amazing.
yes, yes. Once I start lifting the weights and see how strong I was, especially equal to them, I
Yeah.
realized, oh, well, what am I trying to trim the size of my quads when they are dying to get the size of mine?
Yeah, that's true. Oh, now did those guys talk you into starting to do bodybuilding contests?
I actually, yes, because it was a local gym back home in Jamaica, so we decided to put on a inter gym type of show for members, and that was when the first time I actually stepped on stage in a bikini.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because normally I would go to the beach and I'll cover up in an oversized t-shirt over
Yeah.
my bathing suit.
I understand.
Yes, so we had that, and then I started to attend local shows because back then we had the Caribbean version of what we would have here in Canada, where we have local shows.
Yeah.
Where I met a friend of mine, Audrey, who would compete on the Caribbean scene,
Mhm.
and that even got me more hooked on seeing all these ladies jacked. Like,
Yeah.
if they could do it, why can't I? So I even fell in love with it more seeing her performing on stage.
That's terrific.
Yeah.
What year was your very first show?
My very first show was here in Toronto. My actual very first show where we were part of the Ontario Physical Association. We
Yeah.
did a local show at York University.
Oh,
And
okay.
that was a natural show. That was my very first show on the natural stream. Yes.
Now you talked about going up on stage in a bikini. Were you kind of nervous the first time you did that?
It nervous, on stage with so many people looking at you. You felt like all these eyes looking at you, and like, yeah, this is weird.
Yeah, I bet. That's what it is. If you think about it, deep
Yeah,
down, it's like, huh, that would be kind of, yeah, intimidating for sure.
it was sort of intimidating, but my nerves started to settle once I started to go into my poses and find I was, becoming more relaxed and enjoying myself on stage.
Yeah,
So yeah, but the first couple of seconds, like you have all these people looking at you, but then the applause, the cheer, the everything, and you start posing, and everyone is, getting excited. When you flex, it relaxes me more. So
yeah,
after that, I was more relaxed, and like, what, I'm at home.
that's terrific. How do
Yeah.
you, when you get on stage these days, do you still feel a little bit of nervousness or?
Yes, I still do.
Yeah,
The nerves do kick in sometimes. It do. Yes, I don't know for other competitors, but for me, it's still there for a few seconds, and then you're like, you know what? This is just another day in the gym. The only difference, you're now in a posing suit.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, but
Yeah.
also, just all the eyes on you too. It's just like,
Yes.
and the
Yeah.
bright lights and everything. It's just like, wow.
Right. Yeah. But
And
once you get out there and you get your composure, it's smooth sailing after that.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
terrific.
Yeah.
Now, when you first started competing, did you have like a bodybuilding or fitness role model?
Yes, and that would be that's when I started reading more into the magazine, and that would be like Linda Murray,
Yeah.
Iris Kyle, Kim Shavesky, all these women were pioneers.
Hmm.
So these were the women I would look into magazine, looking at them, their structure, where do I fit in?
Hmm.
Yeah, so it was more like Linda Murray and Iris Kyle, Laura Cavella.
Oh yeah, she's amazing. Yeah.
Yes. And then moving here and got the opportunity to meet her personally was the icing on the cake.
Yeah. She's also from the Caribbean, isn't she?
Yes, she is, and she's also a Canadian.
Oh, is she? Oh, I didn't realize that. Yeah.
Yes, and she was also my first posing coach
Really?
when I was preparing for my pro debut. Yes,
Wow. I
yes,
need to reach out to her for an interview too, because she's amazing, and I always liked her look. She just is, and kind of a legend in bodybuilding for sure.
yes, 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 she is.
That's great. Do you still keep in touch with her?
I tried to haven't seen her in a long time because she would attend most of the local shows, so
Yeah,
I haven't seen her in a while. But I know she's still around here in Toronto.
that's great. I was
Yes.
curious if there's anybody currently that you really look up to as a role model that's complete.
Um. Presently, Andrea Shaw, she new on she's pretty new, so I like her look.
Yeah,
So I'm always, when I'm training, reviewing her photos to see what areas I can actually improve upon to even balance out my own physique.
yeah,
Uh, Another person I look at, Eileen Trevino. She's one of them that I've been following for a long time.
yeah. She's awesome.
Uh, Another one is Janine Lanowaski. She's Canadian, which I competed against her. She's also one of those I've been following since I was an amateur.
Yeah,
So
she's
there were a few
amazing too.
ladies there. Yes, yes,
She's here in Tampa too.
yes,
Yeah, she's amazing. I always liked her physique and her look
yes,
and her posing too. Her posing is
yes,
crazy. Yeah,
yeah.
that's great. Now, I want to switch a little bit to asking about competition, and I was curious about your Van Isle experience because I heard from several ladies that Corey did such an excellent job.
Oh my God, that's all I've been talking about all weekend because I was at a local show yesterday
Yeah,
and amazing.
yeah,
Amazing. I've done quite a number of pro shows and the experience with Corey was just a breath of fresh air.
that's great. Very
Yes, because
cool.
for me, I was traveling on Thursday and my flight didn't get in until after 10. I know that in some of the province they don't have Uber or Lyft. So I reach out to Corey and like, do you guys have a Lyft? It's like, no, just regular taxi. But he's like, you know what, don't worry. I'm trying to find someone to come and pick you up at the airport.
Okay.
And I'm like, don't really over stress about it. I can take a cab to the hotel.
Yeah.
It's like 25 minutes away, but he was able to get his business partner to come and pick me up on
Wow.
Thursday night, which was it was even raining. So that it just from start, it was everything just flow. It's it came to pick me up and ensure if I needed anything else, just reach out to them, let them know. We
Wow.
were really taken care of. My hotel room was everything I a bodybuilder could want. I had a kitchenette, sink, a mini fridge, a microwave. I
Uh,
was able to look after, warm up my food. A big living area separate from the bedroom. It was
nice.
amazing because my coach was arriving on Friday, so he had his separate sleeping area. So it was just amazing.
That's terrific. Yeah, I've heard from several ladies that it was just the best show experience they've ever had. And
Yes. Well, our appointment for planning. There was an app that we downloaded, Musclewear, and it would tell us, okay, for the pros, we got an email to say tanning is between 4:45 to 5:45. Right after then, it's an athletes meeting for the amateur. Then it would be for the pros, and everything run accordingly as set out.
that's
Once
great.
they were finished with the amateurs, then the pros go in. They didn't have us mixed with the amateurs. We got our own
Wow.
time to get our first coat. We, sit around and it was an athletes meeting. We
Uh-huh.
went to the auditorium, came out, lined up. They even had a doctor to check our temperature, our
Okay.
blood pressure to make sure we're hydrated, we're
Okay.
okay. So that
Mhm.
was nice.
I think Corey could probably teach a class to other promoters on like how to run a show, maybe.
Honestly, yes. And the fact that he had a medical doctor there to ensure we were hydrated enough and our blood pressure was okay before the show day was really, really good.
That's terrific.
That our well-being is really is top priority as opposed to just going on stage and something unfortunately would happen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's great. No, that shows that he
yeah,
really cares too, I think, about the
yeah,
athletes. So that's really great.
yeah. And then come show day, the same app will tell us pros time for you to walk over. You going on stage at a certain time. There was a room just set up specifically, chairs, table. We
Hmm.
could it was a waiting area with snacks on the table. We could sit there and chill until
Hmm.
it's our time. They will come in and like, okay, you have 30 to 45 minutes. How much time do you guys need to pump up put on your sheen? Then they will take us over now to the pump up room once the amateurs are out so we can
Oh,
have our own space.
nice. Very nice.
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
That's
Everything
terrific.
was well organized. Everything.
That's so cool. That's terrific. I'm
Yeah,
glad to hear that. Yeah. No, it sounds like Corey did a great job. And I
it
think it,
sure did.
I know it's hard to get there, so I think that makes up for it, that it's hard to
Yes,
get
yes,
there.
the flight from Toronto to Vancouver is not Vancouver Island is not cheap.
I bet.
I I could have gone to Jamaica on an all-inclusive vacation.
Really? Oh no,
Yes,
really? Wow. I heard similar things from some of the Americans that went there too, and it just was like a long ordeal. And but no, that's I think yeah, it makes up for it. I think yeah.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
Um, Now I know we talked about where you're competing next, but would you mention that? And I know you're also heading to Romania too. So
That was an unexpected surprise.
yeah, doing the
Yes,
Masters O, huh?
yes, because I submitted my letter of intent. I was hoping I get selected, but now to where if I didn't get selected, I would be overly disappointed because I
Yeah.
know there would be a number of other athletes who would also be applying. But
Hmm.
to get that news on Tuesday just was amazing.
That's awesome. I bet that was great for you. Yeah.
Yes, yes. I mean, that's what I've been working towards all since I've been on this journey
Yeah.
to get to that level to finally to be on that prestigious stage of Masters Olympia. I consider it the highlight of my bodybuilding journey.
Oh, that's terrific.
Yes,
That's so cool. And then,
yes.
and you're also competing in Toronto in June, right? And
In June, yes,
that's
yes.
local for you basically too.
Yeah, that's local for me, yes.
That's great. That'll be nice to have a local show like that where you don't have to worry
Yeah.
about travel.
No,
Because the travel can really, I was just thinking, it's hard enough what you all do in terms of prepping and, you know, um, and not getting enough food and, just kind of, and just all the sacrifice you go through, but to tack on all that travel and on it
well,
makes it even
yes,
tougher.
it's one of the reasons why I got there on Thursday because there's a 3 hour time difference between uh Vancouver. Victoria Island is 3 hours behind Toronto. So
Yeah.
just to get there to allow my body to acclimatize to the time difference,
Yeah.
really helped getting the Thursday night all day Friday and Saturday to make sure everything I'm not waterlogged or anything like that after flight. Yes.
Yeah. That's a good idea. Yeah. You'll have to do something similar for Romania too, I imagine.
Yes. I always take those things into consideration because I remember when I went to Arizona back in 2018 for Rising Phoenix, I made sure I arrived 2 days before to allow my body to, climatize to the time difference and the weather changes. Yes.
That makes sense. That's a good
Yeah.
idea. Yeah, that's true. That's so different in Arizona because it's so dry and so hot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, Now I was curious from the Vancouver Island show, did you get any feedback from judges on where they think you should improve your physique?
Yes, I did, and it's a consensus across the board, which is my lower half to come in a bit leaner and tighter, and
Okay.
also work more on my presentation, which is my posing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Your posing is great though. I think you have really good
yes,
flow up on stage. It looks great.
yes. But I think they want it to make it flow more, feel more confident in
Mm.
hitting the poses a bit more harder than,
Mm.
I guess, more aggressive than. Because sometimes I can be a bit delicate
Mm.
I, with my poses. So yes, plus the feedback I got from the head judge, coming a bit tighter. Yes, that I could have come in a bit leaner, but my upper body was just phenomenal, especially my back double bicep. So
Yeah. I was really impressed with your back too, and your lat spread too. You looked amazing up on
yeah,
stage. Yeah, that's very cool.
yeah.
Now I was curious, in terms of what's your favorite muscle group to train, and what's your least favorite?
David, you already know what that is. That's my back.
Yeah,
I can train my I can train my back 7 days a week.
that's awesome. I can tell. I mean, you look really great on the back for sure.
I love training legs too, but my back is, I don't know, there's something about training back that just feels different.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess you can hit it from so many different angles
Hmm.
and you can never get bored of training your back.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. And the
Yeah.
deck just has like a pop to it, like a 3D kind of thing going on.
Yes,
So,
yes, that's the thing. Yes, that's the thing I like about you. It has this 3D effect to it. So that's yeah. My least body part would be my arms, and my coach would say yes, because
hmm.
we normally meet at 6 o'clock, and when it's 6:15, he look at his watch and like, yeah, it's arm day. She's not gonna be early.
Oh, uh, I see. Uh-huh.
I just find it boring.
Yeah, really? I've
Yeah,
heard that
training
before.
arms, but I still go in and train them hard like every other body parts, even though
Yeah, I understand.
yeah. So he ensures that he's there to make sure I train them hard. If not, I'll just like
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I understand.
yeah.
Your arms are great though. You got like good peak on your biceps and stuff, I think. It's really good.
Yeah, it's one of the areas that I needed to come up to match my upper body.
Yeah,
So I figure, you know what, I need to put the work in for them to at least come up a bit more to match, because it doesn't make sense to have a wide back and your arms are non-existent.
yeah, sure. I understand. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Just to balance more and stuff. Yeah.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
yes.
Yeah. Um, Now my next few questions are about kind of work and family, and I was curious if you have a full-time job outside of bodybuilding.
I've always had a full-time job outside of bodybuilding. Yes. Fortune, Fortunately, now I'm an empty nester, so I can put more time and effort into competing. So
Yeah,
that's the plus side. My son is now living on his own. He's completed university. So, but when
great.
he was younger, it was a juggling.
I bet. How
Yes.
how old is your son?
He'll be turning 29 in October of this year.
Wow, that's great.
Yes.
Very
Yes.
cool. I bet
Yes.
he's very proud of you too.
Oh, sure, he is. He is my biggest fan and supporter to this day.
That's terrific. Does he
Yes.
come to your shows too, or
When I'm in Toronto, yes, he normally do. Yes.
that's great.
Yes.
Now I was curious, in terms of your full-time job, how do your coworkers feel about your bodybuilding career?
They are pretty much very supportive of it, very encouraging. I mean, I've get my time to have my meals, the multiple meals that I need to have. So they've been very supportive of it. So that's the plus side. My manager is supportive of it. So when I need to take time away from work, it's not an issue.
Great.
So that's been good. Yeah.
I think in Canada too, you probably have more protections for time off. I find in America it's just kind of hard to get time off sometimes.
Yeah, because we yes, we get, because we are by law we get our vacation time, which we need to take.
Hmm.
And I do have a manager that do encourage us to take our vacation time.
Good. Yeah,
So which is good, yes.
that is really good. Yeah.
Yeah. And here pretty much here now we have a new law that when we are actually finished work, we literally log out. So we're not really required to be logged in or be on call for 24 hours. So they're
Nice.
trying to bring a work-life balance
Yeah.
in all the workplaces. Yes.
That's terrific. That's really good. We could probably use more of that in America, I think. Yeah. Now are your parents still alive?
My parents are still alive and they're back home in Jamaica.
Great. Yeah.
Yes. Well, pretty much all my family member. I only have a sister and a brother living here in Canada with their family.
Now, what do your parents and your siblings think about your bodybuilding career? Are they supportive?
Um, Lucky enough, I have a family that it doesn't, as long as you're happy, they're happy.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah. They're very supportive. As long as you're happy, what you're doing makes you happy, they are happy. Yes.
That's terrific. Yeah.
Yes, and we are a very, I would say, very sport oriented, especially when it comes to what they call your soccer, we call football in
Yeah.
Jamaica. Because I have a brother who's a soccer coach of a football team there.
Hmm.
My dad still play a bit of football to stay active. I have a sister that played baseball, football, anything she can get, any team she can get be part of. So it's yes. My stepdad is a former soccer football player, so
Really?
pretty
Wow.
much active in that area, yes.
It seems like Jamaica always has a huge uh presence in track, at the Olympics and stuff. It's just that's a big deal for in Jamaica.
Yes, well, yes, because when you think about it, how far we need to walk to get to certain places, it's not where we have access to buses. So we have to walk miles or
Really?
run miles to get to school before the school bell.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow. Oh, so
yeah,
it's kind
yeah.
of built into the culture kind of thing.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you have the city and then you have what we call the rural areas that they don't have buses that run regularly.
Yeah.
So to get to school, you got to walk like 2, 3 miles to get to school, or
Wow.
you got to run 2, 3 miles before the school bell ring before it's too late. So
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
wow. Huh. Wow. That's not much fun though. We're kind of
I wouldn't say because it's also built into the school curriculum, track and field.
yeah. Oh, is there?
It's
Yeah.
yes, because we have in many of the schools in Jamaica what we call a sport day, and track and field is one of the main events.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, so that's where everything starts from the basic school, come right up to we enter the pen relays to the bigger games. Yes,
Wow. That's so cool.
so
That's really
it's
interesting.
yes, so it starts very early.
Huh. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, we start very early. Yes,
Um, isn't Usain Bolt, he's Jamaican, right?
yes, he is. Yes,
Yeah, yeah, he was probably the most famous Jamaican track star I can think of. Yeah,
yes, yes. So
yeah,
it's even for him, it started when he was in basic school. So from a young age, and they keep ensure that his running
hmm,
skill is looked after. So it's like I said, it starts from a very early age. Once they see that you have the potential, you're groomed right up until
hmm,
high school, primary, high school, college, or university. Yes,
really? Oh, that's interesting. I didn't realize that. Huh.
yes, yes.
Now, I was curious, do you find it hard to kind of juggle demands of work life and bodybuilding and your home life?
I'm not really, because I'm a person that have OCD.
Yeah, I
So
understand.
I'm very organized when it comes to things like that. If I know once I know contest prep season begin, I organize my time. I'm up by 4:30, 5 o'clock. I'm in the gym at five
Hmm.
thirty, getting my fasted cardio done, get back home, shower, eat, get ready for work. Fortunately, now I'm working from home, so it makes it a bit easier. I don't have to commute.
Yeah,
Then
nice. Uh-huh.
I work from 9 to 5. Then once I'm done work, then it's time to head out for the evening training session. Then the cardio, abs, come back home, sleep, eat, repeat.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it takes a lot of organization.
Yes, I know a few ladies who have OCD and I think it really fits the bodybuilding lifestyle. And I don't think personally I could do it because I'm the opposite of OCD.
Yeah, I'm a person that thrive on structure.
Really? Yeah.
And yes, because even when I was in Victoria, I was there until Tuesday. It's like I was just dying to return home to get back to some sense of normalcy, to get back on my meal plan, because I have my days set up where things are done right throughout the day. So I'm so used to that. So my stomach was not having, okay, all this traveling, going to the airport, connecting flights. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I understand. Yeah, I just don't think I could do it. I just don't have that kind of personality. But I understand where it comes in handy to have that, and yeah, and because you do need that structure to pull it off,
To pull it off, yes,
yeah.
yes, you do,
Hmm.
yes.
Um, Now I was curious, like I noticed we have about 10 minutes, by the way. I might skip a few questions,
Okay.
I'll ask you about prep and coaching. Um, what is the toughest aspect of competition prep for you?
For me, I find is the last 4 weeks
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
when you're totally depleted
Hmm.
and you still need to train as hard as you would when your prep started. Uh, ensuring that you're getting, for me, the hard part for me is making sure I'm getting my sleep.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Because
sleep is
according to my coach, he said I have HDAD because I'll come home. I know I need to shower, eat, hit the sack, and I'll come home and find a million and one things to do.
Mhm.
And when I look, it's 12 o'clock and I'm not in bed yet.
Oh no, yeah. And sleep is really important for your health too. Yeah.
Sleeping, yeah, it's important for your health. It's important in terms of dropping body fat. It's important for how your physique would look, because for me, if I don't get enough sleep, I tend to start holding a lot of water.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Uh-huh.
very, for me, I find it's very, very important. But if I can get 2 good days of sleeping for 8 hours, it makes my body look so much different. So he keeps drilling it. You got to get to bed, get to bed.
Yeah. Was it tough to get enough sleep because of the time change in Vancouver Island?
Uh, not really, because I was there Thursday, Friday night, because he flew in Friday night. He was like, "Come, go to your bed."
Hmm.
He was there to enter, go to bed, turn the TV off, go to bed.
Yeah, that's good to have that guidance, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Saturday, the same thing. As soon as I got up and Ed went over to, got up, okay, what are you doing now? I'm going to get my nails done. I come back, it's okay, go take a nap before you go over for your tan.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he was there to make sure.
That's good that he was there to help you too and guide you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Sometimes you need somebody like that to help you.
yeah, 'cause he
Yeah.
knows if he's not there, I'll be up watching television or doing something I'm not supposed to do.
At least you're used to Canadian television because as an American and going to Canada, like Canadian
Yeah.
television is like kind of unique. So you'd get hooked on it. Be like, what is this? I've never seen this. Oh man. Now I was curious, in terms of your coach, what is his name and how long you've been working with him?
His name is Adam Taylor, Shred FX. My coach is, it's a funny story. He was actually my client
Uh-huh.
turned my coach, yes.
Oh, really?
Because yes, it's a 10-year friendship. Because the first time I met him, I was already at the national level and he was just coming up through the ranks. So
Oh, yeah.
I would see him at 5 a.m. in the morning, getting doing his morning cardio.
Uh-huh.
But when I'm leaving, I walk over, I'm like, you're not done yet. You
Uh-huh.
still have A, B, C, and D to do before you leave the gym.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
And
Uh-huh.
he would look at me like, who is this woman? But seeing that I was a national level competitor and he was a rookie,
Yeah.
he had no choice but to listen.
Oh, that's terrific. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, so he competed in men's physique, men's masters physique at the amateur level, but then realized he was happy in coaching,
Yeah. Okay.
because so that's what he does. And then coming to many of my shows at the pro level, um, the last 4 years, we decided, okay, let's work together and see where this goes. So far, so good. The relationship that we have, even though we're good friends, he's also brute force. He's blunt. He's
Mhm.
honest.
Yeah.
He doesn't sugarcoat anything.
Good. Yeah.
He's honest with me when I'm not working hard. He tell me I'm not working hard, when I'm not training hard enough. If I look like crap, he tell me, well, you still got to do more cardio. You don't look like what you say. So that's the the relationship we have, which I love, because I don't like to be told things to make me. I want you to tell me the brute, honest truth.
Sure. I understand.
I don't want to be handheld. Just be
Yeah.
honest with me, because I am so picky on myself and I'm a perfectionist. So I like to
Mm,
know if I'm not working hard enough, that I need to I need to push even harder.
mm.
If my physique is not changing to how it's supposed to look, tell me what, I don't like things to be sugarcoat. I need an honest truth.
Sure.
Yeah.
I totally
Yes.
understand that. Yeah.
So that's the type of relationship that we have, which work perfectly for both of us. Some people don't like it because they feel
Yeah.
that you're putting them down, or you're being too negative. But
Hmm.
I'm like, this is the reality of the sport, because when you
Yeah.
stand in front of the judges, they're not going to sugarcoat anything.
No, that's true. Yeah. And you got the other competitors to compare to too,
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
So I
definitely.
don't need anything to be sugarcoat. Just give it to me, the raw, honest truth.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
sounds like you have a good relationship.
Yes.
Now, do you have a posing coach too?
I have two posing coach. One that I was, Laura Caval was my original posing coach when I started for my pro debut for 2014.
Oh yeah.
Then,
Oh, cool.
yes, and then getting ready for Vancouver Island, Mary Valid. She's part of the CPA, Canadian Physique Alliance, sanctioned posing coach.
Okay.
And then I ended up using, when I was in Victoria, Janine,
Oh yeah. Great.
to
Yeah.
help her. Yes, yes.
That's great. Terrific.
Yeah,
Yeah. Those are all really good
yeah.
coaches for sure.
It was surprising to know when you tell people you are posing coach, the first thing they say to you, but you're a pro. Or if you say you have a coach, but you're a pro.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that doesn't change anything, because you still need another set of eyes, of four or six,
Yeah.
to who can tell you the honest truth, because you see yourself every day. So
Hmm.
you ask me how I'm looking, I'm gonna say great. But
Yeah.
if I have another set of eyes and they look, I'm like, no, you don't look great. You need to
Yeah.
like. So yes, a lot of people are very surprised when I say I do have posing coaches. Like, but you know how to pose, yes. But if someone can help me to hide my flaws, let my poses flow, let me look more finesse, I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah. That makes
Yeah.
sense. You need that objective eye, I think. That's really important.
Yes.
Yeah. That's terrific.
Yes.
Well, we're running low on time. I think what
Okay.
I'll ask you to do is do a quick flex for me. All right. Wow, your arms are looking great.
Yeah. You didn't
Yeah.
have all the junk that I ate.
And good luck to you in Toronto
Thank you, David.
and the Masters O in Romania too. I'll definitely be keeping
Thank
an eye
you.
out for those shows.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. And I'll get this posted to YouTube and then I'll include your coaches and your Instagram too down below in the comments.
Okay, perfect. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.